Yeah, I know. YieldMax, explosive diarrhea, the two tools that you're going to need, toilet plunger and toilet brush, are going to be the most important in your future endeavors. But however, since I live on the ocean, first, a disclaimer.
That's got to be the best pirate I've ever seen. So it would seem.
Okay, so we're here today to discuss the two most important tools that you're going to need for YieldMax ETFs and the YieldMax Fund universe, which is a toilet plunger, number one, and then number two, a toilet brush. One, I never thought there would be enough diarrhea to plug the toilet. However, anyone who's invested in the YieldMax fund of funds, right, all their funds, has got a clogged toilet, and that leaves a mess. That's why you need both a toilet plunger and a toilet brush. But let's have a look. Let's look at Alti in the pre-market. Okay, so basically what I have here is TradingView, and you can see in the pre-market the S&P is up, the Nasdaq is up, the Dow is up, VIX is down, the dollar is down. Yeah, Tesla's up a little bit, and Bitcoin is up, and Alti is up by 2 cents, but up to $5.50. If you look here, this is the lows in April, which were $5.35, and then the highs here in July, right, at $6.40. So you draw a Fibonacci from the low to the high, and you'll see the retracements. You can see I didn't make this up. This actually works, right? As you can see, it went up, came down, tested the bottom, went up, hung around here, broke up, and then was floating around here. This is between May and July. Everybody got excited, you know, the distributions were happening. They were all like 9-10 cents, in that range, and then they hit a string of 10-cent payouts. Everybody was excited. Now you can see here what happens with the Fibonacci is these lines are retracement levels. So as it comes down, it hits, bounces off, comes down, hits, bounces off, comes down, hits, bounces, and then breaks. And like, look at that, like a waterfall, right down to the next level. Bounces off, touches again, bounces off, touches again, bounces off, breaks right down to the next level. See, it's a repeatable thing. In this case here, it broke through this level and just kept going down. So then when it bounces off, it hits the retracement level and gets stuck there, right? Hit, break a little, bounce, break a little, bounce, break through. Bounce, and then break through. And it's heading down to about 535, 536. In the pre-market today, it's up, you can see here, 2 cents. But it's at $5.51. I mean, how stupid can you be? Let's go look at YieldMax Ultra Option Income Strategy ETF, which has no strategy whatsoever. So this is a pre-market, right? It's not a, it says 1 day, but it's just the pre-market, right? Let's go to the 5-day. It's down almost 5%. Let's go to the 1 month. It's down almost 10%. So if you multiply the 10.5%, right, times 12, you're at like over 120%. So what are you making? Let's go we'll look at the 6 month, down 25%. And the year to date, down almost 40%. I mean, it's asinine to think you're going to make your money back. And DRIP, dividend reinvestment program, that they all tell you to do. Everyone from YieldMax tells you to do it. Everyone on YouTube is telling you to do it. Everyone on Reddit is telling you to do it. Right? But there's a few lone voices that are telling you, get out. Okay, let's look at what I have. So these are predominantly the YieldMax funds. I have actually 320, but I haven't updated it because I have 3 shares in a different fund. But anyway, let's look. Down $77, and I made 47 in dividends. So I'm minus 30, right? Winter, I'm down $2 because I only have 3 shares. Mind you, I didn't trust these funds, so I didn't buy a lot into them. I just want to see how they work. So really, with the distributions of $6.59, and I'm down $2.25, I'm actually up overall, which is good. Dips, I'm down $7.80, but I received $3.58. Doesn't matter, I'm down. Fiat, I'm down. Crash, I'm down. Ybit, I'm down. Misty, I bought 10 shares of Misty and I'm down. Tesla, I'm down. YMAG, I'm down. YieldMax, I'm down. Let's scroll. Because I bought almost, I sold 20 of them. I had 52 funds. AIE, I'm down. Marnie, I'm down. And Marnie's like $1.77 a share. That's going to go into a reverse split pretty soon. XYZY, I'm down. Pi, I'm down. AMD, I'm down. Jeepmo, I'm down. Mosfo, I'm down. Dizio, I'm down. Coney, I'm down. Netflix, down. Right? There's Netflix. I'm down $20, but I got $4 back in dividends. FBI, I am down. Nvidia, down. AMZ, down. Hui, down. Retinol Practice, I am down. Chippy, down. RDTY, down. GPTY, down. LFGY, down. Soxy, down. Biggie, down. Exmo, down. Right? And then we get into all my other funds because I'm Canadian and these are all my Canadian funds. And I'm up in all of them. Right? Here, this one, HHL, I'm down $12, but I've gotten $72 in dividends distributions. Right? All of these I'm up until I hit YieldMax funds, and I'm down on all of them except for one, right, which I told you in another video was the only one that I can see being worth anything, which is GDXY, because its distributions are between 30 and 40, maybe sometimes 50%, but in that 30 to 50%, and I'm up 4.25%, right? I haven't received a distribution yet, but that's the only one. That's the only one. Every other one is down. I mean, how much punishment can you take? Look, I honestly don't understand. I honestly don't understand why people keep promoting YieldMax funds. And the superstars on YouTube are all behind it. Now slowly there's some that are getting their butts handed to them, and they're like, oh, maybe we. They can't even talk because they've been talking so much and hyping YieldMax funds so heavily that to turn around and say we were wrong is hard for people to do. But you can see I have hardly any money in it. But it still hurts. It still hurts. Right? So I've got two funds, Winter and GDXY, that are up. Even though Winter's down in share, I got a distributions that make me positive. And GDXY, even though I haven't gotten a distribution, the value has gone up. And that's the biggest problem with these YieldMax funds. They promise and can't deliver. When you make a promise and you can't deliver, it gives people agito, the upset stomach. And that upset nervous tension creates diarrhea. And in this case, massive amounts of diarrhea. And what ends up happening is you plug your toilet, you got to go in with the plunger, you got to plunge it out, and then, of course, you spray painted the toilet bowl, you got to go in with the brush and clean it up. So I'm telling you, clean up your mess. I am not a financial advisor. Go seek professional help, both financially and mentally. This is purely for entertainment purposes. I am getting out, but again, I have so little that all it takes is like one GDX to pretty much cover all these losses, right? Because look here. Oh, Goofy, GOOY. I'm also up in that, right? So I don't know, like again here, ANSI, I'm down $7.90, but I got $4.90 back. So what am I down? $3? I mean, I can ride it out a little bit just so I can make videos on this piece of crap YieldMax ETF funds, right? Which at the end of the day, there's going to be an SEC investigation. Everything's going to be halted because this is only a matter of time. There's too much money in this fund, losing too much money, and the wrong people are making money, and the right people are losing money, and you're being sold a crock of crap. So get your toilet plunger ready. Unclog that toilet. Get out of these funds. Then take the toilet brush and clean up the toilet because you made a mess. And then invest in normal, proper funds, which I might talk about in the future. But like I said, everything with YieldMax, except for a couple of their funds, are down, right? And then all my Canadian stocks, like look at this one, LMAX, it's down $114, right? but I've received $218 in dividends. So I'm up over $100. That's fine. I can handle that fluctuation. This one here, as ZWHC, which is, I believe, a healthcare, it's down $35, but I made $192 in dividends. Then AES is an American, I think it's like a REIT, right? I'm doing all right with that one, right? But follow along and you'll see everything's green, and where there's red, right, I'm up on the dividends. So $63 I'm losing, and I'm making $92 in dividends, right? It's all green. Look here, right? Down $12, but I received $72 in dividends. And then you get into these YieldMax funds, which have an equal amount or more. In these funds, I think I have 32 of them, right? Here's Koi, up $11, distribution 10, and now this one down 79. This is not YieldMax, and this is not YieldMax. Notice that these two are not YieldMax, but Alti down 77, paid back 47. That's a losing strategy, right? That's a losing strategy. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not a financial advisor, but I mean, in most cases, it costs me more in commission to sell them than the fund is worth. Like, I mean, you can see here, I've got dips, 20 shares, market value of $131. Cost me $10 to sell it. So I'd rather hold on to it and be able to bitch and complain and moan and groan over this YieldMax garbage, right? Trash, garbage, full on explosive diarrhea, right? I mean, I don't see a future in this thing. Let's go all time. Look, this is how almost every chart looks. Down and to the right. That's opposite to the market. The market's up and to the right. Every one of these funds is down and to the right. I mean, it is down 73.16% since inception. I don't know how you're going to justify that. It just doesn't make any sense. Because the money that you're receiving in distributions is almost entirely your own capital, right? That's why they make a big deal of return of capital, right? I don't know where this is going to go for you, but I have a pretty good idea for me. I'm going to be walking away from these very shortly. Probably it's September now, early September. Probably by the end of September, I'll be completely out of YieldMax funds. But then it ruins the ability to talk about it, right? Because you can't talk about something unless you got some skin in the game. And for me, I don't know. I don't see this going anywhere good except down the toilet with the help of the two tools, a toilet plunger and a toilet brush, one to get the mess down and one to clean up the mess. So remember, if you were entertained, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.